What are your go-to exercises for increasing punching power? And there's a lot of things, obviously ballistics, plyometrics. What's kind of like your go-to? I know you do a lot with the Landmine. Just go ahead and go into that.
Yeah, so the go-to exercises, I got asked this the other day, what my non-negotiable exercises are.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no non-negotiable exercises because we've always got to adapt around the athlete that we're working with,
Mm-hmm.
what access to facilities that we have, what's going to be appropriate to them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're always working towards a non-negotiable purpose,
Mm-hmm.
which is improving the rate of force development and transferring that into punching action. Main exercises that I use a trap bar deadlift.
Mm-hmm.
I find that boxers are really tight around their shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
and they're unable to kind of keep that scapular retraction to make sure that they're keeping nice straight posture,
Mm-hmm.
especially when they go to heavier loads. So we find that the trap bar deadlift is a much safer
Mm-hmm.
exercise to use,
Mm-hmm.
but a more effective one as well, because you're able to load it up a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
We use that in a few different ways. So we can use it for maximum strength. Sometimes we go over maximum strength and we use partial range lifts, which I find really beneficial because this is unlocking their maximum strength capabilities without putting them at risk of driving it up deadlift from the floor at really heavy weight. So it's kind of unlocking their ability to produce maximum force, because that's what we've got to try and do, because boxing is very different to MMA.
Yeah.
Boxing has a low strength training history, like we're saying. The reason why we got into boxing and wanting to spread the word of boxing science, they're not seeing a strength and conditioning coach until they're past their teenage years, maybe like 20, 21 when they become a professional boxer. So with that low strength training history, even though they might be quite strong in the ring, they don't know how to express that force in a strength and conditioning gym.
Mm-hmm.
So using partial range lifts can help overload and can help increase max strength, but can also try and unlock that kind of potential to lift heavier weights. And also we work down that force velocity continuum, working on strength speed, using velocity based training, giving them some feedback to lift with maximum intent and speed. And then we transition that into trap bar jumps. So if we're working strength, speed, strength, we always use like some sort of jumping exercise because we want to jump higher so then we can punch harder. Yeah. So trap bar jumps is a massive exercise that we use, and that's the reason why we use trap bar deadlift as one of our key exercises, because we can manipulate the volumes and intensities quite easily, working across that continuum. Also like Olympic lifting, but I use variations. I don't use full variations because we're saying about the shoulders, but they're taking a lot of impact through their wrists and elbows. So we don't want to increase the likelihood of injury. Also, there's high technical demand as well. So this will limit the amount of adaptation that they can make during the crucial stages of training camp. Yeah. So that's why we go for like clean pulls. And then we're saying about the landmines. We do, with this, all we're talking about is rate of force development, developing force and maximum intent through strength and conditioning exercises. But what we want to do is be able to transfer that through the kinetic chain from lower body, hips, core, all the way through to the fist. So we need to help teach that as well. So we use landmine punches, landmine punch throw, medicine ball punch throw, and a lot of your exercises that we had on the workshop in London, all the medicine ball throws, that's been a massive contributing factor to our recent programs as well. Learning how to you can train like a power lifter, you can increase that maximum force, that intent, but then it's all about how to transfer that into punching action. And I think that's what we both do very well, and the exercises that I took from your workshop was definitely boosted my program.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great to hear. So yeah, like you said, like getting a person strong and then having the ability to display that strength as fast as possible is key.
Yeah.